Welcome back, tubers. If you like this type of content, please consider a like, a subscribe, and also leave a comment. Thank you. Welcome back, tubers. Another day in paradise. Again, we are remodeling a house that I paid $1 for, so I encourage every one of you to stick around and watch what I do. Anytime you buy a house for $1, there's going to be issues. So we fix those issues, and we do it baby steps, one little thing at a time. As you all know, I've been working on the floor in the bedroom. Bathroom's almost all stuck together. I kind of had all of the joists down, the floor joists, kind of just placed there the last video we had. And now I've taken it a step further. Let me kind of show you what we've been doing here. I, of course, had to place the sole plate of the wall. That's all nice and fresh and brand new. I put a kind of a notch in it down here at the end because it's only about 1/4 of an inch onto that wall stud there. So I got to dig all this off of here. There's my new board for there. I'm going to come down another 8 foot here and then notch it accordingly, and then this will interlock, and then I can screw it from the side and then from the top and everything. So, but it's not really that important because once the wall gets picked up and then laid on top of the floor, then it's just going to be sitting on the floor, and then it gets all screwed down and everything's all held together. So no biggie. But I just thought I'd put a little notch in it anyway, just because that's what I do, I guess. Anyway, so I pulled all of this. I stuck a board down, and then I pulled all of this out about 1 foot. I measured that board minus 1.5 inches because it sits up against that that outside rim joist, and I marked it, and then I went. And then I placed all these boards back in here, and then I screwed them. I got 3 screws in each end. And then when we get ready, we'll pull it over to the sill plate, and then I've got to figure out how to pick up the outside wall. Because it's got to, right now, it's the top of that lower board there is even with the top of this board here, so it's got to come up 1.5 inches, and then it's got to come up another inch because you got to have 3/4 of an inch to clear the subflooring that's got to go on there. So that's kind of what we're working on. Let me scooch this over now that it's all put together and everything. Last couple of days you didn't see this, but what I did was I cleaned off the top of the foundation farther down here. I dug out some more dirt. And so I cleaned it all off, and I got another length of sill plate down. And it's bolted. It's all tied in nice and tight. There you can see one bolt right there. No, that's bolts over here. There's a bolt. There's 3 bolts in each one. 8 foot, 3 bolts. That's pretty good. And then I've got it cleaned out pretty much, and I want to get that new sole plate to the wall put in. Let me see if I can move this wall by myself. Up. You guys get a little dizzy there, but let me put you down here, and then I'm going to go over here and try this. Ooh-yah. All right, you see that? I gotta pull my 12-footer out of here. There you are. All right, there we go. Okay. Well, almost. 1 second here. Gotta get my bridge out of the way here. Get my fingers under there. Okay. There we go. Get to go for a ride again. Here we go. Now, also, if you guys can see, I had a chance to straighten out the dirt a little bit, and I put the visqueen down, black plastic. I've got it up about 6 inches on the foundation, and I got a big ball of it all rolled up right here. When I get to that point, I'll unravel it. I pulled some dirt down like I said I was going to do earlier, and it's a little more level. So the hole is pretty much filled up. So I'll unroll that plastic underneath the bathroom and then all the way over to the other end of the house. And it occurred to me the other day when I did that, oh crap, I can get underneath there now and I can do all my plumbing and my electrical and I won't get all muddy. You know, because the dirt's still damp in there in places. So anyway, also what I can do is I put in an outlet on here on the stud. I can drill a hole, I can feed it, home run it back to the electrical box, and that'll be ready to go. So once I get this shoved into place and then down into the hangers, then I'll be able to hook another wire here, staple it to the joist, floor joist, and then come up, and then I'll go over for an outlet, and then I come over here for an outlet. So I got to drill some holes in the wall there, so no biggie. As you can see, we're working our way into the other spare bedroom, and I'm going to make it a walk-in closet. Again, like I said, I'm going to put in a, on the other side from the living room, I'm going to put in a stairwell that's going to go upstairs. Now, all I got is this little bit of opening right now to get up there, and there's plenty of room up there. Like I said, there's room to put another bedroom up there, my YouTube studio, all kinds of neat stuff. So I've been working on this stuff. Something has changed since last time. The toilet I've got hooked up. Now it's not hooked up to the plumbing, but I poured water. I collected water from my water feature out front, and I filled it up with water. And yesterday I went for the inaugural flush. And I'll tell you what, that works just great. I'm loving it. So there's all our sheetrock. Come back into the living rooms. Now I pulled everything out of that spare room so that I could pull that floor up. So I moved everything into here, and I am organized. I'll tell you what, I'm liking this. Got all my tools, got all my parts, bits and pieces. Now the only problem with that is that if somebody comes peeking in the window, they're going to see all that crap and give them some stupid ideas. I've had problems with guys like that. I don't know. I was going to make a fire today, but it went out on me real quick. I had some cardboard in there, but I guess I didn't like the cardboard. So I got plenty of wood to last me for a few days, and I've been chopping up all the limbs outside. Oh my God, look at that. I got piles and piles of limbs out there. I got to whack through all of it like I did last summer. Well, you know, the guy with the tractor, he created a few more, and then here's the thing. My neighbor had a problem. There was a truck going down the highway with his dumper up, something up, and it snagged the wires, and it ripped all his power wires out of his pole, out of the pole over there. That's both of our pole, but I don't have any wires going over to it yet. Anyway, so he had PUD come out, and they replaced all the wiring, and then they replaced all the equipment on the side of the house, the standpipe and whatever, you know, the electrical service. But to do that, see, I had a few limbs that were up around the top of the pole there. So what they did is they come through and they just sawed all the limbs down on the side and then threw them in my yard. Oh, thank you very much. I didn't have enough things to do just yet. Anyway, that's what we've been doing. I just wanted to get you guys caught up with what I've been tinkering on. You know, baby steps. A little here, a little there. Here's something I thought of just last night. Let me get you guys at least interested in what I'm doing here. The fireplace is just an insert. It works really good and everything, but here's the problem. Wood-burning fireplaces are not very efficient. Typically 60, 70, 80% of the heat goes right up the chimney. It's not until you get the box fully heated that you start getting, warmth coming out. You get a little tiny bit of radiant heat, but then later, about after an hour, you start to get some heat into the living space. Now, I got a little fan right there. It helps a little bit. It causes a little bit of a draw so that, it pushes it out into the oven. But like I said, it takes a good hour before it starts to warm up in here so that you're not looking at your breath all the time, So here's what I thought. This is a 8-inch pipe, or is it? No, I'm sorry, 6-inch pipe sitting on top of the wood stove. It comes straight up, and then this pipe has to bend quite sharply to get up into the chimney. I thought, here, why don't I do this? I could weld a box together that goes back deeper, about 2 feet wide. This will open and come up into the box and then travel back and then go straight up the chimney with another opening in the top of the box. Opening in the bottom, moves over, a foot, and then goes straight up the chimney. And I'm going to put a heat exchanger in there, copper pipes. Now, I'm not sure what to make the box out of. I could make it out of light steel or something like that, but I was thinking aluminum. I've never welded aluminum before, and that'll give me a nice project to learn how to weld aluminum. Aluminum melts at 1200 degrees, which I'm kind of concerned with because I've had this so hot that the pipe, this is stainless steel, I've had it glowing red. Now, at what temperature does stainless steel glow red? I think one of you guys out there might know the answer to that. Throw me a comment down below. I'm thinking 6, 7, maybe even 800 degrees. This just starts glowing on me here. Copper is not really affected. Melting point is 1984 degrees. So it's half of what it's rated at, copper. I thought of putting several manifolds in here with a 1-inch manifold with a 1/2-inch pipes going across in my box. And then coming out the other end of the box are these 1-inch manifolds. And then I create another little box on the side of this box. And then I'll have one of those computer fans, 12-volt computer fans, pulling out the back side of it, and one on the inside pushing in, right? And that will deliver hot air completely at the very first start that you light the fire. And it'll be blowing hot air into the living room all the while it's warming up to put a little bit of tiny heat out here in the open space. Again, I am in the process of getting this house ready to live in. Oh, sorry about that. Whew. You can see your breath. See that? It's cold in here today. It's always cold in here. It takes a good half a day. If it's warm outside, it takes a half a day before the warmth gets inside. So that's the problem. When I come here, I always light a fire and then get that nice and roaring, and then I go off and I do little jobs. And then I'll come in here and I'll warm my little buns up against the fireplace there. So that's what I do. And then I got my little beanie on. It keeps my little ears warm. I don't mind my head getting too cold because I got hair up there. I'm not bald like some people are. Not saying who that might be, but I got some hair left on top, but it's just my ear tips that get cold. So, but nothing a good round of working hard can't fix, right? I was just outside digging with my pickaxe, trenching a little bit more. So around the side of the house, I got 30 feet of trenching to do, and I just did another 4 feet today. So if I can do 4 or 5 feet a day, then I'm good. Well, today was pretty easy digging. Once I get closer over there to those trees, I'm going to be running into some more roots and stuff. So I got to dig that all out. Eventually, I'm going to have my contractor friend take those trees out. He wants to leave them intact. He can pull them over with his excavator and root ball and all, right? And since I've cut all the roots, there's nothing leading into the house or the foundation, so I reasonably assured that it's not going to pull the foundation apart. I'm hoping. Anyway, we'll get to that later once we get set up for it. But anyway, meantime, I'm continuing around. I'm working on the west side of the wall now, the west side of the house. And that's the hardest part. I mean, that side is the worst. There's a few other places I got to touch. The north end right here in the corner, I'll probably do some of that. I'll do another 8-foot section there or 12-foot section. And that'll lead me up under the porch. I got to do some framing around the porch there. And there's a small spot in front of the door here where they've lost a couple pieces of the flooring. So the subflooring is compromised underneath there, so I'll have to crawl under there and get that all fixed up. So, and to do that, I got to pull the flooring apart and nice and gently, you know. I don't want to ruin the two lot. But all of that flooring in the second bedroom, that's all going to be pulled up and salvaged. So if I break any pieces or booger up the tongues or the grooves or something like that, I'll have plenty of stock to choose from. So we're looking forward to that. I've cleaned out half that bedroom. I got to clean out the other half of it. I got my insulation in there, a couple of big, huge bundles. I got to roll that out and put that somewhere. So that's going to kind of booger up some things. I don't know. But we'll, you know, now that I'm getting that floor done in the bedroom there, I can roll it. Once I get it into place, I can drop those joists down into the pockets, into the hangers there, the joist hangers. And then I can throw in some subflooring in there, and then it'll be ready to go. Like I said last couple of times, I will empty out my storage unit that I've got. I've got all kinds of tools in there, and they're all buried. I can't get to them. I've got the inverter for the solar system that's in there. I got to go drag that out. And there are some specific tools that I know I have that I got to get in there and get them out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clean out a pathway in there to get to the deeper stuff. And then little by little, I'm going to drag it all over to the house here and start filling up that bedroom back there, because I won't need that for a while. I mean, I could still sleep here. I could stay here. What I'm planning to do is I got a big old huge comfy couch here, and I'll just hang out on the couch. Bathroom is coming together. I'm about ready to throw some sheetrock up. I just talked to my friend earlier today. He's going to help me, and I told him kind of the plan as to how we're going to do it. Stick a 2x4 up by the ceiling, you know, get the sheetrock up on top of the 2x4 and then hold it up into place, zip, zip, zip with the screws. And the sheetrock will be marked. I got where I'm going to put the lights. I've got a couple of places marked, and that's going to come together real nicely. And then that'll give us a finished look to the house. I start throwing up sheetrock, oh my God, it'll be great. So everything is going according to plan, and so I'm just baby steps, you know, little by little. We're getting there. So anyway, if you've made it this far through the video, throw me a like and a subscribe, and definitely some comments. I always give you guys an opportunity to throw me a comment. I get them every once in a while. I love to see from you, you know, hear from you guys, and answer those comments. So, and if there's another YouTuber in the local area, you know, give me, you know, hit me up, comment, ask to come by, take a look at the project, you know. I'd love to talk to you about it. I got all kinds of stuff that I'm doing and I'm going to be doing. And hopefully in another day or so, my neighbor, I talked to a guy here, like I said, I don't know if it's on another video, but I haven't published it yet. I will, a couple of, whatever. My laptop is down, but I'll get it fixed. And then I'll get some of these videos all published. Anyway, I talked to a guy who bought the property next door, fixer-upper property, and he's happy to come. He's from somewhere else. He's from like New Jersey or Pennsylvania, something like that. And he's down visiting his mother in Los Angeles, and he's got relatives or friends up in Seattle. Anyway, he's going to be coming by here in a couple of days, I talked to him last week, and he said a week or so, and he'll be up here and he come visit me. He's happy that I do a lot of this work, and that's kind of what he's into. He wants to do that, fix up old houses, and there's, of course, he's got that one next door now. I'm real interested in finding out what he paid for that. I'm pretty sure it's just back taxes, but he bought 3 lots. I bought 2 lots. He's bought 3 lots. So normally it's like 4 years of back taxes. They usually get about $1,500 for all 4 years. So, because these are junk lots, you know, there's wetlands issues in the back. I've talked to that a little bit before, and stuff. So he's bought 1 lot up front with the house on it, and he bought 2 lots in back. Now, I'm going to tell him there's good news and there's bad news. I've got all kinds of good news for him, but the bad news is those back 2 lots are considered wetlands, and he's not going to be able to work on those. Not going to be able to put a garage up or nothing in the back. So, you know, that's a touchy situation. But the house he can still work on, you know, and or whatever. So we'll see. Anyway, I love hearing from you guys. Come back to the next video, and we'll have some more stuff done for you. Little by little, baby steps, we'll get there. I'm almost ready to start moving in here before too long. So I just wanted to make sure that I get a good heat source. Bathroom's up and running. Kitchen I can throw together. That's no biggie. Most of the stuff is just microwave and or a refrigerator, right? That's a piece of cake. Once I get my inverter out of storage, then I can do the refrigerator and a couple other things like the microwave, things like that. So we're going to be working on that. I got to get a bigger battery system. This battery that I bought before, I paid $50 for it, but it's 2 kilowatts. It's a Prius battery. It's I've got a few cells that are dead or dying, so I gotta go through and check every cell and make sure that well, the ones that are weak I'm going to change out, because I can buy all those on eBay for $20 or less, right? Or I could buy a whole nother battery pack, right? Have dual battery packs for good prices, $450, $500 in that neighborhood. So we're going to be considering that, because I need more storage capacity and I need more solar too. To do that, I need to clear out some trees in the back. That's a long story. Anyway, again, I thank you guys for coming by, and we'll catch you on the next one.